So in the month of January, we've had three vehicles that were stolen in the West Seattle neighborhood. They were almost immediately recovered after the incidents. They were only driven, a few blocks away. We did unfortunately have some mail that was stolen out of each one of the vehicles. And we're starting to follow up on that kind of investigation right now, following up with any potential victims that may have had their mail stolen, as well as follow up on some other leads we have at the moment. If you're familiar with West Seattle, it's not a big area. So everything's, within 5-10 minutes of each other. So they were within the West Seattle area, but not within the immediate vicinity of each other. So it wasn't like it was, on street A and then immediately on street B or something like that. When these vehicles were stolen, it was, mid-afternoon. So the letter carriers had already been out on the street. A bunch of mail had already been delivered, and there was still some mail that needed to be delivered at that time. So it takes a little bit of a process to figure out kind of through the carrier's route as to what address has already been delivered, what was left in the vehicle, and then now what is missing from the vehicle. So there's kind of a little bit of a addition, subtraction math that we've got to do. And it takes a little bit of time, but we're working on that. And then we'll be working to notify any of those potential victims as well. Definitely reach out to us if you know that something is missing, if you were expecting something. The best ways to reach out to us are either online at our website, which is uspis.gov, or we can be contacted. We have a 24-hour line of 1-877-876-2455. Those are the best ways to get a hold of us. If you suspect you may have been a victim, or you know for sure you are a victim within this case, we recommend, one, you keep an eye on any kind of financial accounts you may have. As you know, most of us get, a credit card, debit card in the mail. That's how we get those things. If you're expecting a card with, a check or anything like that, maybe reach out to whoever was sending that to have them keep an eye on that if you didn't receive it. The main reason anybody kind of goes after mail is they're not really there to steal the card that, your grandma sent you to just say happy birthday. They're there to steal the card that potentially says happy birthday, but also has a check in it. So we ask people always pay attention to your financial accounts. If anything's weird on there, even if it's just one charge, locally that's for $100 and your bank fully reimburses you and gets you another card, we ask that you take that extra step and notify law enforcement about it, notify us about it. It allows us to further that investigation. And I know it can be an extra step to do when you're already in the middle of having to deal with, potentially getting a new credit card, updating all sorts of stuff. It allows us to follow up on that. And many times those are the, those $100 transactions that somebody doesn't really think anything of because their bank makes them whole. Those are the ones that lots of times can make or break these kind of investigations for us. So we ask that anybody that has any kind of issues that may come up financially or any other, unauthorized transactions, anything like that, definitely please reach out to us.